Hey there, hope you're well and good, guys. So, there's a saying that you need to work hard to succeed and so on and so forth. However, everyone works hard, but what makes your working hard different to everyone else's working hard? That's the key question to ask. Well, the way I interpret this is by the road to success isn't laid by hard work. Well, it is as a facet, but it's not the main thing. So, I have this cup at home, and it says the road to success comes through hard work, determination, sacrifice. These are all facets of all to success. However, the real road to success is to know oneself, is to know how you study, how you learn, how you take on information, how you are able to process the information and utilize the information. Because you can work out all your life going upstream, even salmons go upstream, and but they die at the end of it because that's not the natural flow to life to go up. It's supposed to go down, because if you go down with the gradient of the road you're on, the journey becomes quicker. So ultimately, it's not about hard work and so on and so forth. These are all facets. Like, for example, look at myself. I've been trying this trading journey for the past decade. Only recently, as of last year, did I get diagnosed with dyslexia? Did I know how I actually study? Did I know what way I study? People don't even know this, that they're neurodivergent. They don't even know there's different ways to study. They don't even know about nothing. They don't know about different techniques of studying as well. People go in a room and blast out X amount of hours and so on and so forth, yeah. But ultimately, nothing goes in their head. There's a method called Pomodoro, which I use, which is working for a set time and a set time off. So mine was 32 minutes work, 50 minutes off. And I would get 4 sessions of this particular time frame, and then after that I would go to 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off, because I got exhausted, because my CPU, which I call my brain, got overworked, so I needed to rest. I'm blessed to have a standing desk, so even that is to help as well, but it only helps so much. Cold showers only help so much, everything helps so much. But ultimately, what really does help is knowing how to study, the different methods of studying. Everything is coming online, so the use of computers is coming more and more in of the working way. People who are neurodivergent, and the reason why I say this for is because people who are neurodivergent, they study with pen and paper, but as they keep on writing, the writing gets really sloppy. So even learning how to type quickly is a is a is a key instrument to building your own house, because the average person types 40 words a minute. That's just average. Once you get to the 100 words, 120, 130, 140 words a minute, then you can start actually keeping up with your thoughts, and you can put them on paper. So the thing is, right, typing for neurodivergent people like myself is great, because it becomes rote, and we learn better by rote learning. If you repeat, basically rote learning is repetition. The more we can repeat something, the better we get, and then we rely on muscle memory rather than our own memory. Another facet again. But ultimately, people don't know about this, and if they did know, it'd be great. When I was at university, there was I was in an assignment on some models and stuff. So the models I learned really showed me of how society in of itself disables people. So it comes as the social model of disability. It basically identifies barriers, attitudes, and social exclusions of how people study. And this particular model shows that the world in of itself is against people like myself, because no one actually knows what dyslexia is. Nobody knows how to work with people with dyslexia. So people in of themselves, we work around able-bodied people, both mentally and physically. But when it actually comes to the work, understanding people like myself, no one actually gets the time, because nowadays life's getting too busy. So do focus on others or focus on ourselves. But there's some great people who have a great work ethic, but the thing is, they're neurodivergent like myself. We want to learn how to fish, we don't want to fish ourselves. Because when we learn how to fish, we can get somewhere and get our own fish and make our own way in life. But ultimately, it comes to the point where the surrounding people, even your own circle, might understand you, and that might cause you to have isolation from certain people from the group, and not knowing who to turn to and how to turn to. Because ultimately, you're doing the graft, you're doing the work, but when it comes to you're not getting the results that you want, and because you're not getting the results, it gets really demotivating. And then ultimately, if you're not strong-willed, then you will turn to other areas of life which could be illegal or legal, or may come off the route that was designed for you, because you don't actually know what you're doing with yourself. But ultimately, once you learned the skills you need for yourself, then you'll be able to know how to move forward, how to progress better, how to make yourself a tool in of itself, so that you don't need nobody. Like for myself, you've seen how I trade, you've seen the different ways I trade, you've seen the different colors I use. Now even this Pomodoro technique I'm using as well. Trying to learn how to type faster as well, so I can get my ideas on a piece of paper. Because I'm like yourselves, as I write more and more, I get tired. And my writing is really sloppy. So when my writing is sloppy, I can't write down what I want to write down, because it's a continuous cycle I'm in. But learning how to type faster is great. And then on top of that, then I make it as a muscle memory, rather than I have to learn something. So the body becomes the brain, rather than my brain is the brain. It's stupid to say, but it's an idea. But yeah, that's all I want to say today, that success comes through knowing yourself, learning about yourself, knowing how to learn, knowing the application to apply your knowledge. Because everyone can learn, but the application makes you wise. And that's it really. And ultimately, even Forex is the same thing. It's a craft, it's a job. Once you understand what's going on, you understand what you need to look for, and that's it. Forex is nothing different than a craft than driving a car. It's a craft, you need to learn how to do it. But once you learn how to do it, people call it the edge, the niche, I call it the click. It's all the same, but what's not the same is how you learn, because you are a person, you're an individual. And that's where you need to understand that you yourself are an individual, but you yourself are your greatest enemy or your greatest strength, depending on what you know about yourself. Because some people, we've been taught, or make bullet points, my paragraphs, do this, do that, write in black, write in blue, different colors. Some people don't work like that. Some people work better in spider diagrams, different colors, different colored paper, different textures of paper. Somebody called Bugsy Malone is an artist. He has a 25-minute video on his YouTube channel. It's quite insightful. And one thing I did take from it was he drew his house out on in a book, and he showed it in the clip. And today he doesn't live in that particular house, but he lives in a house something like that. So all these things, whether they work or not, is relevant. But all these things you need to do to create positivity, because there's so much noise around that it's hard to get any gush of positivity. So that's what I would say. So ultimately, what I would say to everyone is, learn about yourself, learn how you study. Any sort of motivation, any sort of discipline, any sort of positive tool, use it to your ability, because there's too much noise out there. And doing these things are small steps to the ultimate step, which is financial freedom, which is whether you trade in the markets, becoming a specialist in your field or whatever. You need to start doing these things to get where you want to get to, or apply these in a way what suits you. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Hope you have a great day, weekend, wherever you guys are, and I hope you guys are able to take this message and apply it to yourselves, and hopefully get where you want to get to. Look after yourselves. Bye.
Gotta find my way to you, even though you're never